Oh
What you do?
We live, baby. We
We
live.
live, yay.
Yo,
Yo, what's up? So we're like live,
Yes,
Live, live,
live,
live.
live.
live. So I can start.
Yes.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much, HBCU Con, for having us. My name is Trish, and I am one of the co-founders for Urban Anime Lounge. And I am the moderator today for our panel, how not to get dragged in your local blerd group, a lesson in situational awareness. So the title is pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to cover cancel culture, how to navigate this space since we all share it together, and have a give our insight to what we've seen in this blurred space. So before I have my panelists here introduce themselves, I'm going to let you know what Urban Anime Lounge is and a little bit about myself before we get this thing started. So next, please. uh for those who may not know, Urban Anime Lounge, also known as UAL, is a social community and brand dedicated to the Black geek culture experience. So we've been in the game now for going on 5 years. We started off as a Facebook group. We still have our Facebook group, of course. Community is thriving. And shout out to our members for being so dope and supportive throughout our entire journey. Um, we all come together, whether it's online or in person through events, of course, with the common interest in anime. Since we've been here, we have grown into a brand. So we have apparel, merchandise, Patreon. We do all of our own original content, designs, everything. We pretty much do everything. So that's a little bit about UAL. Like I said, my name is Trish. I go by Trish Terrace on social media. I am from Michigan, living in Texas right now, unfortunately. And I am for UAL, I'm the project manager, director of brand awareness. That's my role over there. And then on the creative side of things, I am a self-taught special effects artist. I do all the horror gore stuff, as you see my man's back there. And yeah, that's what I do. All scary things. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to the panelists who are also co-founders of UAL. And let's go ahead and start with Tiff.
What's good, everybody? It's your
Next,
girl.
Wendell.
It's your girl, Miss Skittles. Well, Tiffany, also known as Miss Skittles. Um, I am one of the co-founders, as Trish said. I'm also a director of graphic design for UAL, but I'm also a full-time graphic designer in real life. I am hailing from the DMV area, specifically the V for Virginia. I am a blerd enthusiast, cosplayer. Y'all may have seen me around. Um, and yeah, I'm excited to get this thing started.
Thank you, Tiff. Wendell, can you hit next for us, please? Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and have Kim introduce himself.
Yeah. What's up? My name is Kem. Some people call me Fat Star. I'm the lead IT tech on UAL. So I do all the tech, all the back end, anything with the computers, geek shit. That's me. I'm an anime elitist. I got 250 days of anime watched on my anime list. Check me out, Fat Star. Team PCMR, headphone enthusiast / connoisseur, and a Bitcoin fanboy. I've been in the space since I was like 10. So the internet. I've been on the internet since I was 10. But I got into probably the geek space maybe when I was 14, and then I discovered like the blurred spaces probably when I was around 16, 17. And I've seen the space grow from where it was back then to now. So I'm excited to have this discussion with the team to see where we go.
Thank you, Kim. I forgot to say that I've only been in the blurred space for like 5 years. Right when 3 months before UAL started. That's when I showed up on the
Nope.
scene. So, Tiff, did you say?
I forgot that
Okay,
too.
go ahead. Go ahead,
been
Tiff.
I've been in the blurred space since 2011. Yeah, officially online in the blurred space. At the time, I didn't know it was a blurred space. We was just a bunch of Black people sharing nerd things.
Thank you. Ro, what's up with you? Who are you?
Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Ro. Some might know me as GA, and others might know me as the Meme God. Um, for UAL, I do a lot of the graphic design work, video work. A lot of this stuff. I think you might call me a multimedia expert or something like that. So, that's pretty much what I do, and a lot of other stuff. But I'm happy to be with y'all today, and I've been in the blurred space for I say a little over 10 years, so around about 2010, I started getting into like the blerd groups and stuff like that.
Did you say where you was from? I don't know
Oh,
if you
from
said it.
GA, like, I mean, if you know the other name, then yes, I'm from Georgia, outskirts,
Shit here.
the country area, but metro area, near the metro Atlanta area. That's why I just tell people from out of state.
He from the
Thank you,
woods.
Ro. And like Rose said, if you know his social media, he is GA Trademarks with a Z. So you can find him over there. And last but certainly not least, we have Kev. What's
Hey, this is
up?
Kevin, aka Cosmic. I'm hailing from the DMV area, also specifically from Maryland, right outside of DC, Prince George's County. Shout out. I am a director for interactive media design with UAL. I do graphics, anything Photoshop related, flyers. The shirt I'm wearing is one of my designs. The shirt that Kim is wearing is one of my designs. I'm also a professional musician, producer and engineer. Yeah, I've been in blurred space for maybe about 11 years now. I started in about 2010, making my way through this thing. I'm actually the last person to join UAL. I joined in 2017, and they added me to the team a few months in, so they saw potential in your boy. But I'm very excited to be here, very excited to talk about what we came here to talk about today. And that's all I got to say. We're gonna turn it back over to our moderator.
Thank you. And since Kev shouting out the designs, this one's Tiff. So one time for the one time. And this backpack or tote back here. Oh, it's on this side. That's Tiff too. So that's ours. Go ahead, check us out. But let's get back to what y'all really came here for. Next, Wendell, please. The biggest question as we get into this topic. So what we all want to know is, what is a drag? Like, what is a drag to you? And not on no Shikamaru shit. Literally, what is a drag? Ro, you think you could start us off with that one?
Oh yeah, of course. So a drag is basically when you go out bad, like the worst way possible, worst way you can imagine in a social media space and or other. But it's just a long series of bad choices usually, like because sometimes it can be a learning experience, which would be like like a light roast or something like that. But if you don't learn while the process is happening, then it starts to become a drag and it keeps tumbling and tumbling, and then now you're just getting clapped up by a whole group of people.
Thank you. Who else want to add to that?
Yo, a drag. Well, I mean, so a drag to me is when you come in a space and you don't know nothing about nothing and you just saying whatever out your mouth, and then I mean the admin don't even gotta do nothing. It just be the group that come for you. They come take you down the street by your legs with a rope. Wrap you up, throw your ass in the oven for that roast right quick. But yeah, that's what a drag is to me.
Yeah, I mean, when they start memeing you, or when they start going to your profile and pulling up pics of of your hairline or your beard or your wig, you know, your tracks, you know, your stuff not together, man. You giving them all the material they need, all the fuel they need for the fire, and they definitely lighten you up. So I mean, it's no question about it. You know when you're dragged.
And then yeah, Kim, what you think?
I mean, I agree with everything that everybody just done said, but like to add on to it, like a drag is like when niggas come for your online ancestry.com, like niggas like you know you in for a drag when the first comment is like, is this you? And then they pull up the screenshot. And it's just like when I'm admin and I look at that shit, I be like, oh boy, here we go. And I the team can tell you like there's potentially 5, 6, 7 drags happen every week, and we can't stop them all. Like I be blocking it. I see someone about to go out bad, I be like, let me help man's, and then man's posted again, and I be like, so what is he doing?
That's Splinter post, dog. That's Splinter post.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like he want to be seen.
It's over off top.
So
like no prizes. Shout out to Kevin Muito. He has like a drag chart in our group.
He does.
He got a flow chart.
Yes.
A drag flow chart, yeah.
And niggas still get dragged every day.
They still get dragged. And yeah, shout out to Kevin. Kevin Movie. He definitely had put a whole flow chart. It's in the announcement. So members, if you're looking, go ahead and check that out. So yes, agree with all the definitions of dragging. It gets really crazy. Do y'all think there's levels to dragging? Like friendly, you know, when does it become too much?
I mean, it's definitely levels to dragging. Like I said, you can enter the space and say whatever, because that's what people do. They feel like they want to say whatever. So you enter the space, you say whatever. Sometimes, you know, the OP, you know, they get a little chuckle out of it, like, damn, like y'all chill, whatever. Like, so it don't be like a whole drag. It's kind of like a roast, and you know, everybody laugh about it, and you know, the rest of the day go on. And then there's like the ultimate drag where, you know, the OP crying and the OP crying. They want to speak to management. They want to become victims. They want to leave the group. They want to shout out UAL on their personal page, upset.
Open up the public profile. They open up the public post and say, these niggas in UAL ain't shit. And then UAL comes to the profile. Now all of a sudden, profile private. Is gone. Right. And it's just like
right across all nerd spectrums.
Hey, you already know me. My favorite level of the drag, like I don't like when it goes too far, but that shit be too funny. Like way back in the past, like when niggas used to be like, "Yo, I'm at 1234 Winter Street, my nigga. Pull up. Here's the ad." Yeah. And one of our S rank members, Maddie, she used to be like, "Yo, tell them niggas to drop the Addy, my nigga. Drop the Addy.
Drop the Addy.
Drop the Addy, my nigga.
Get flew out." Sorry, you know, trying to keep time on the people. Yeah. So I guess, you know, with that being said, I just wanted to be clear that we're not talking about getting dragged just because you have a different opinion. It's not that. It's really because, you know, some people will talk about the echo chamber and, you know, there is a wolf pack mentality at times where niggas know the right type of bait that's going to be used to get other people to come to the drag. However, if your shit isn't like extremely toxic, I hate Black women, anti-Black, you know, all them type of stuff, the team is going to talk more about that. But I just have to be clear. You know, It ain't just, it goes a little deeper than, well, you know, Goku can beat everybody.
Yeah. So, those are the fun drags right there.
Those are the fun drags. We all know drags. Goku ain't shit. Sorry, bro.
Let's not start.
Y'all gonna leave Goku out of this.
We're not starting this today, man. You got the food takes that will get you dragged.
I'm not even gonna start none of that because I don't want to get dragged.
Y'all know I'm gonna ride for my nigga Kakarot. Don't even try it.
I don't want to get dragged. I already get enough slander.
That nigga Carrot Head.
I don't need none of that. Boy there. Wendell, can you hit the next question? So basically, like I was saying, there's a few things that's automatic, probably gonna get you dragged. So what do y'all think are some offenses that 100% you about to go out bad? Kim, let's go ahead and start with you.
So seeing as I be in the streets a lot in these internet groups, I can tell you, like, first one that gets you dragged, like, is when you come into the space with no fucking common sense, my nigga. That's like, you come in here praising like some cop brutality or some shit, like, yeah, the cops is right and the cops, they're good, they're the best, they're saving the communities. You're gonna get dragged. That's first point number one. Like, none of these spaces is here for that, so that will get you dragged. The second one is probably the easiest one. The lowest level bait one is like coming in here, you call women females or bitches, anything like that, drag. You done for the day. You done. You might be done for the whole career. All the blurred spaces, if you start with that shit, like, niggas will roast your life. And I think the other one is trigger warning, unchecked trauma. When, like, you come in here with your agenda that, like, you're not gonna hear nobody, and you already made up your mind that niggas is toxic, women is toxic, or some shit like that. Like, when you come in with that agenda, like, you plan on hating niggas and you want to do that could get you dragged. Another one is, where's the anime? Where's the anime? When niggas do it wrong, will get you dragged. That group loves that shit.
The group does love that. And I don't know how any other groups, I know we are all in a lot of blurred spaces, some more than others, but I know for a fact with us, if anybody's asking where's the anime, that's an instant drag, because we make sure to do weekly anime discussions. It's about 10 different discussions a week that we have. So there's really no reason to ask that question. So I just have to say that's one of the pro tips. But we can talk about that later. Yeah. Who else has
I got one for Tiff right now. My favorite one that get nigga dragged, when you talk shit about Sailor Moon, because it's fucking mid. M-I-D-D-Y.
The Moonies is coming for you.
Right, you finna get
coming for you.
I'm still on season 4.
I mean, I'm kind of with Kim on that, because we all know I'm not really a Moonie, but
I like this as a unit.
So yeah, I'm not on the DB or the Moonie wave right now.
The Moonies coming for you. It don't matter.
It's about to be a tag team Pokemon battle right now.
It's like DBZ squad, Dragon Ball squad. Excuse me, not Z. Like, we beyond this.
Yeah, okay, beyond.
Oh, you over Z? You on
may
super?
Be on that ass whooping though. You got recent fans, bro. You ain't got the feats, man.
Right.
You ain't got the feats.
Can't go. I back my claims. I'm not one of them fans that say like Goku can beat Superman. I'm not one of them guys. All right, so like, I got 6 when it comes to it.
We not on the Dragon Ball. Let me do my moderator job. Get back to these offenses.
Off topic, excuse me.
Get back to these offenses.
All right, so
what y'all got?
One thing. We in blurred space. All right, so that's Black nerds. So one of the prime things that's gonna get you dragged is if you come in and you anti-Black. So I get it. We come from different backgrounds. Not everybody was raised around Black people. You might have been the only Black kid in your class, in your high school. But you cannot use that to justify shitting on Black people, period. I've been in many different kinds of groups, but that never flies. Not even unless. Like, point blank, period. You cannot go into any group with the anti-Blackness. If you do, they coming for you. That's it.
Yeah. And rightfully so. I mean, don't join a Black nerd group
if you hate Black people.
If you hate Black people or yourself or whatever the case may be. And of course, with that, there's a lot to unpack. Certain things like Kev, I think you touched on a good point. Like, we all come from different experiences. Niggas from the hood, like, we all gonna have different stuff, and things fly differently in real life. I mean, I think we all kind of went through shit we was doing 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and how we used to talk to each other is completely different from what we've evolved to. Not everybody has evolved. However, those experiences do and can dictate, but I think the most important piece is, what do you take away? What are you willing to learn from that moment? And can you redeem yourself? A lot of niggas choose not to redeem themselves. So, Tiff, you was about to say something.
So, I mean, for me, I know in our community specifically, of course, there are other spaces where, LGBTQ is accepted, but I know in our space, if you ever try it, you getting dragged to hell, and not only you getting dragged to hell, the admins, us, we gonna come for you to get your ass. You got to go. Not only are you violating rules, you violating people, and you gotta go. Like, so that'll get you dragged. And then just like like, I know everybody got their own opinions about things and in our spaces and things like that, but gatekeeping, it's okay.
I'm not the one for this one.
Hey, Kim, look, Kim ready.
But please don't expect not to get dragged, because your opinion is not, fact. So
I will check a casual nigga up.
So I would also check a casual
nigga. Don't gatekeeping. Don't ask women. You watch Dragon Ball Z? Okay, well, what's the name of Kakarot's third child in the 15th episode of
right.
Super, my nigga? Like, fuck out of here.
At 6 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah, like I mean, there's levels to it. Of course,
that's a trick question.
Of course, we all experience gatekeeping to an extent, but I think the problem lies in why you're gatekeeping in the first place. So, I mean, of course, you got casuals, you got elitists, and I get that. That's usually fun banter, but when you do it just because it's a woman that you're talking to, and you're not used to women being into, nerd things, I don't know, maybe you spent money on somebody on Twitch because you thought they were more into nerd stuff than they actually were, or maybe you supported a cosplayer that didn't know much about the character that they were cosplaying. None of that stuff matters, for real. I mean, cosplay is an art form, first of all, but you gotta respect people, and you gotta respect the levels to nerd, because somebody might only have watched one anime, but that doesn't make them they could have fallen in love with that one anime. I fell in love with my first anime. That's why I'm an anime fan to this day. And so if somebody came to me and told me I wasn't a real fan because I only watched one, I mean, I'm gonna have something to say about it. But as far as drags are concerned, to reel it back in, don't go after women like that. There are women out here. There are women on this stream right now that will you just don't want it when it comes to what they've watched, what they've experienced, what they know, their debates. They know the feats, they know the scans, they know what they're talking about. So do not sleep on women, please.
And let me just add, for anybody watching, if you still think women is not into nerd anything, log off the internet entirely. Don't come back on the internet. You gotta be done, because that shit was some 100 years ago, whatever it was.
That's how you get dragged right there. That's a drag coming up.
Yeah, that's automatically a drag. Like, that shit is, you see it, you know it.
Because niggas the DMs, they swear they ain't never seen nobody like us. I'd be like, huh?
Like, your eyes got to be closed, like 100%. So yeah. I just had to point that out. And Kev, you said something else. You said something else about gatekeeping. Dang, I wanted to touch on it. With it being live, I don't forget. But you made some really good points. I know, because it was about to be so good, but I mean, I'm a little toxic. I do gatekeep niggas, but that's because it's been done to us for so long. I'm not saying that's okay. Supposedly, I could probably get dragged in a different group for doing that, but I don't. If a nigga gonna drag me, he better come with it. You better come with it because we got the squad, so that ain't gonna happen. I ain't really too scared of that. But Ro, did you want to add anything to any other offenses that we might not have mentioned? Oh, I do got one. Let me write it
But it's
down.
like two types. You got the uninformed and the misinformed, right? Like if you just come in wrong and you just keep going the wrong way, it's like this you just going towards destruction pretty much. Like it's gonna be you getting dragged into oblivion if you don't learn. Like that's the main part of it. Like we have mentioned some people are damned from the go, but the people who have a chance and just fumble the whole bag, like it's a learning experience there, and I hope they pick up on it.
Yeah, and
I know how to
really,
name an offense. Did I not name an offense? Like, okay,
no, you kind of did.
I
Name an
did. Yeah,
offense.
uninformed and misinformed. Uninformed and
Yeah,
misinformed.
What is that? That's an offense.
Yes.
yeah, that's an
Yeah,
offense.
hell yeah.
If
Like
you
you come in
misinform,
wrong,
you
you come in
misinform.
wrong as fuck, and like you just don't learn. Like people are telling you, hey, this and that, and you be like, nah, fuck that. It's gonna crumble from there.
Perfect
It,
example. Uninformed and misinformed. That whole Megan Thee Stallion when she got shot shit. Like
yeah,
Oh
niggas,
man.
bruh.
Yeah, bro, niggas going out bad
The
over it.
way they was caping for mans, it was just like, dog, like, are you serious? Did we not? Well, how did we not know if like what they was making up whole
Right.
stories for Megan, dog.
Yeah,
yeah,
niggas jumping through hoops for that. Like a lot of
Man, I
stuff
was an
people just
extra on
jump through their own like mental
CSI
hoops.
one time, so I know.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's pretty.
basically like if you validate fuck shit, you going out bad, pretty much.
That's the
You
easiest way
pretty.
to put it.
You're pretty much going out bad. One that was not mentioned, which definitely be on the more fun side of roasting, but let me don't do this, and this probably a tip for later, but I'm gonna have to say it now. But them UAL, well, in us for us is UAL outros. But don't do if you're gonna leave the group because you don't like it, just fucking leave. Do not announce it to the
Just
world because that's
go.
you automatically gonna get dragged, and you probably gonna get dragged for years because niggas will pop that shit back up. There's a whole monologue that happens. Your speech will get acted out because we got talented ass niggas in the groups and they literally do a monologue. It's pretty funny.
I
So
love it. I want
that's
my
probably
niggas to
one of
do
the
it.
number one fence between where's the anime and your outro. Don't do neither. But
I welcome it. I welcome outros and the better. Make it good.
yeah.
Tim is always here for some entertainment.
They be
I'm
like,
here for I'm entertained.
I was in this group for 3 days and I don't like it here because y'all like it here.
because XYZ, all that dumb stuff. But you don't have to like every space you in. You literally do not have to like every space, and you won't like every space. Everyone, even though we have all that commonality, it's a lot of difference. Everyone is unique to their own vibe. So you may or may not like it, but just don't tell the niggas that love it you don't like it because that's a dub. So yes. Let's go ahead and we're gonna jump into a big question. So we kind of been laughing. There is more friendly roast that happen, but things can get pretty serious and really fucked up. So let's talk about cancel culture because as we all know, everything getting fucking canceled and people are getting canceled. So how do you actually feel about this? Tiff, what do you think?
Ooh, cancel culture.
Yeah, this one ain't a fun area.
So cancel culture. So while there are pros and cons to cancel culture, I do not fuck with cancel culture. Um, Specifically for the reasons that I think when we cancel people in these spaces, a lot of times we're not looking at them as a whole person. We're looking at a comment they made, not just on Facebook or fuck Black Twitter is the worst. Like don't say nothing outrageous Black Twitter because you getting canceled to hell and back, and not just on social media but in real life. Like, so when it comes to cancel culture, I really it's really a hesitant thing for me. Like, I'm never just going to be like, you know what, that person said some toxic shit, fuck them and their whole life, and let's go, you know, ruin their job, and let's go find out where they live, and ruin their life. Like, cause people do that. People definitely do it in our spaces. I have seen it a number of times since I've been in blurred spaces, and I think overall it's very toxic in nature. It's one thing to quote unquote cancel somebody because they, you know, they committed a serious crime, and there's proof of it, there's proof of this offense, and then, you know, for real justice, like there are outside authorities involved in not just canceling this person on the internet because, like, what justice is served? Like, we going through, you know, whole civil rights movements and y'all think justice served because y'all done canceled a nigga on fucking Twitter or Facebook, even though they committed an actual crime. Like, come on. So for me, cancel culture is like I said, there's pros and cons, but when you say things online, you know, freedom of speech or whatever that is, you're not freedom. There's no freedom of consequence of your freedom of speech. So, yeah, sometimes our community will get carried away, and you will get canceled for that one toxic tweet or whatever you said 15 years ago. So that's why I don't care for it too much, because again, it, you know, we don't look at the whole person sometimes. And then on top of that, there are times where people are accused of offenses that they didn't do.
Oh boy.
And we done canceled this whole person. We done reached into their personal lives outside of social media, and I'm never for that. You know, people just see something and they run with it, like, oh, and then so and so it said this, and then you calling up so and so, and so and so like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I don't even know. Like, I'm not even a part of this. Like, so
Right.
so yeah, cancel culture is real sketch for me. I'm a person about facts. And I'm never out here, you know, I'm never out here getting involved in other people's business. Like, if somebody say something online that I don't fuck with, then I don't fuck with that. Boom, done, over it. I'm not about to go out my way and be like, oh my God, did you see what so-and-so said? And then I share it with 60 million people, and then I done made up my whole backstory for it, and shit done got taken completely out of context just because I don't fuck with that person. So
Right. No, I mean, Tiff, and I know Kev gonna jump in with a lot of, you know, it's gonna resonate a lot with what Tiff just said. But for me, just to be clear, 1 second, this don't apply to the racist others. Go ahead and ruin their jobs, do all that. Yeah, so I just had to make sure we're not talking about, like, you know, that's
you racist and if you in these spaces and you racist, dog,
like, it's over.
But what happened to your ass after that? Like,
I just had to make sure, because, you know,
nah, we not talking about racist.
Like, yeah,
if you racist, you by all means you gonna get canceled the fuck out. But I'm talking about, like, regular blerd niggas that don't know how to keep their mouth in check.
Okay, yeah, I knew what you was talking about, but, you know, I didn't want nobody to be like, oh, nah. We still for the movement. We still for all of that, and it's deserved. Definitely. But I just had to clarify that. Kev, well, first, because I know Kev, I know he gonna have a lot. Did anybody else want to say something about cancel culture before I turn it over?
I mean, I got like I don't know. To me, cancel culture.
Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead.
I think the energy never be matching, so that's how I feel about it. Like niggas want to cancel everything and everything until it's their favorite. Then shit switch up. Yeah. So and I sit back and watch it. I'll be like, but you was like this last week, but now your energy don't match. But I just sit and wait because the shit that niggas is doing right now for cancel culture is all these generation alpha and Zoomer generation are just watching and they learning and they about to flip that shit right back on us when we 40 and 50 doing our fuck shit. And niggas is gonna be so mad. So what put out what is it? You get in what you put out or whatever the fuck they say? That's what's gonna happen to the millennials soon enough.
No, I definitely agree.
You'll get canceled by your child, man. Your toddler about to cancel you.
That's why I'm canceling shit. I don't got time to be canceling shit that I fuck with. Like, fuck out of here.
They may be like, you was watching this in 92? You was watching this shit in 2001? How did you get away with this? And they be like, yo, cancel my parents.
No,
what was that shit? It was, what was the TV show? Brandy. Remember Moesha when her shit was like niggas was doing a lot in the 90s.
Oh, man.
But that ain't what we're gonna talk about. But
Zoomers went off for that.
Yeah, I think that just goes back to what you were saying, Kim. And Kim, I guess because I saw you was about to say something.
Yeah, you know I'm ready for it. So with cancel culture, I kind of agree with it. It's a spectrum of things. You have to consider the roots because cancel culture evolved from something that was necessary. It required energy from the masses to deal with people that were in places where they were kind of deemed untouchable. So you met this power of public presence with the people, and that's it was a good thing, but it's definitely it's situational. You have some people that use it to their advantage, to build clout. Like I hate that word, but literally that's what some people do. People will use it to virtue signal. I have 50 mutuals with this person, and you get to accusing people that are friends with this person that don't know nothing about the situation, and everything is spiraling out of control. And it's like, for what? To what end? There are definitely legit circumstances where cancel culture should be enacted, and I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding, for the term in general. It's kind of like simp. Like everybody's using the word simp for any and everything. Oh, you agree with a woman? Oh, you respect women? Oh, you a simp? Like, no, that's not what the word means. So with cancel culture, people think that, accountability, just simple, basic accountability is cancel culture automatically. You make a post talking about something that somebody did, and all of a sudden, oh, here goes cancel culture, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just a discussion for right now. And you have to also look at what cancel culture actually is. It lies, even though it's generated by the masses, there's power in the masses, but it lies in the individual. Like you can talk about cancel culture all day, but it doesn't matter unless you're doing it yourself. So if you're canceling certain unnamed R&B singer for heinous acts against children and women and stuff like that, we're not naming no names here, but if you really want to cancel that guy, cancel him. Delete his playlist. Don't get up with your boo and put them on or nothing like that. It's about integrity. It's about a personal accountability. And something to circle back to the overarching topic. If you talk all this mess about cancel such and such, you one of them virtue signalers like don't buy his stuff, don't support him, he gotta go, hey, drag him, and then somebody finds out that you've been supporting him on the low. Hey, I mean that's a drag on you. That's the end of your career. You can go ahead and hang up the jersey for real.
Press F.
Yeah, press F. because
Wow.
like I said, it's about integrity. And when you ran your mouth and you called for all these people to make this move, to bring this energy to this person, and like Kim said, you're not matching it, that's people got a problem with that. And people remember it's a small world and we live in the age of receipts.
Yep.
So somebody is going to find out. So I mean, if you're gonna talk the cancel culture stuff, I mean that's fine. I mean, it's not supposed to be a lynch mob type thing. It's really just at its core, it's supposed to be about accountability, holding people accountable, despite their contributions to society, to blurred space. I mean, we've had some people in blurred space that caused some L's. And I mean, they can be redeemed. You can be redeemed. It's not the end of the road all the time. It really depends on the offense. But if you're going to talk about this artist and what they did, and you're going to go in and you're going to go for the drag and go for the jugular, don't be sharing this stuff, later on, because somebody is going to remember all that
Yeah.
trash you were talking. So you got to keep that same energy. I hate that too. I really hate that term. It's so cliche to me, but
Keep the
you
same
literally,
energy.
hey, you literally got to keep the same energy, or then
KTSC.
them same people gonna be pulling up in your driveway, knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Like what's up with this? So
They're gonna be like, "This you?"
yeah, this
Yeah, that's
you.
legit. This is a phone in my hand. But yeah, this you dumb receipts be having niggas fucked up.
What raggedy iPhone was that?
Accountability. That's what
And
it
Shut up,
is.
Kim. This
yeah,
is the
and one
invisible
thing, can I share a personal testimony about cancel culture, because I was almost a victim of cancel
yeah.
culture not too long ago. So I'm not going to name any names or anything like that, but one situation which wasn't really major, it was really just like a mute over something simple, leaked from one group to another. And these two groups, they have a mutual understanding, so we don't let anybody dog that other group. So we kind of silence the whole thing before it gets out of control. And this person accused me of harassment. Um, and it was a scary situation, because that one accusation, even though that post was deaded, um, it just spread all over the place. And literally within like 10 minutes, it's on like fan pages and on people's profile, like this guy, you got to watch out for him because he's doing A, B, C, and D to women. And man, I was scared. I didn't know what to do because I'd never been in a situation like that. But what saved me is, like I said earlier, we're in the age of receipts, and fortunately, this person did not have a receipt, not one single receipt. And my reputation. People knew me in blurred space. People could vouch for me. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself here, but some advice real quick, and I'm gonna drop it after this. Consider your presentation when you're in these spaces. Consider your reputation, because if you find yourself in an instance where cancel culture is coming for you, or you're the subject of a drag and you have nobody to vouch for you, you're a man or a woman, or you're a person on an island, and nobody
Shot
is
to
coming to
hell.
save you at all. Yeah, pretty much. You gotta hang it. You gotta hang up the jersey. I'm sorry.
And
Thank you,
that's
Kev.
why I don't invite my toxic friends. They're gonna be
That's
like, "This your man's?" I'm
that's
like,
that.
"That ain't my man. I don't know him. He from the
That
block.
ain't my man.
You know,
He from the block.
that ain't your friend. And Ro could testify to that.
That's my cousin's
Like,
friend, yo."
I definitely kick niggas out the group. Like if I invite, because I got friends in real life that's in the anime, but what I mean, they have a whole different mindset that I can only check them on in person. If anybody else that they don't know try to check them on, like it's not gonna go well. So I just like, hey, bro, you gotta get out the group, man. I'm gonna spare you.
Right.
I gotta spare you because I'm a homeboy, whatever, like that. But as far as cancel culture, my opinion on it is it's like 85% funny as shit to me. Like I've seen some of my favorite celebrities get clapped up, and I don't feel a certain type of way because they said something dumb, and I be like, I'm not dying on the hill for you, no matter how much I like your music or your movies or whatever. You know, like I get it to that extent, but it's the same thing that the stuff that y'all brought up as well, the negatives. I agree with those as well. That's the other 15%. So, but the 85%, I got like some good memes and shit out of it. So,
Facts, facts, bro.
I can't throw it under the bus completely.
Bro, facts. We gonna move on to the next question. Wendell Hills with the next real quick. But before I get here, let me give you some takeaways from that cancel culture because niggas need it. You can get canceled by association. Accountability matters. Your presentation matters, you know, and I think the most important piece, educate, like make your own conclusion. I just have to say that because if it's 100% red-handed, like boom, I caught you, like we literally know all the shit, okay, fine. But sometimes people take things all the way to the left and it don't have to go that way. It don't have to go that way every time. So please come up with your own conclusion to something. If you don't fuck with somebody, you just don't fuck with them. When it becomes, you know, we messing up people real life and you don't even know everything, that's, I think, where it becomes problematic. And the last point to that was, dang, I be having a good ass point with my pen and I can't fucking remember. But it was really good. So I'm gonna think back on it. But look, cancel culture is real. So as we wrap this discussion up, give one way on how to not get dragged in a blerd group because niggas need it, I promise. So Kev, I know you started to mention something. Let's start with you. And quick too. Y'all gotta be quick.
So rule number one, we're talking about blurred spaces here. All right. Read the fucking room. Please. Know what type of space you're joining. I mean, me personally, I've been in every kind of group, big, small, ashy, classy. Everybody's got their own vibe. Everybody's got their own rules. Know the rules. Read around before you open your mouth. Because some people think it's the wild, wild west, and they treat their opinion like it's like this shield, like they Captain Picard, and it's like raise my opinions 100%. You know, it's like, nah, it doesn't work like that. If your opinion is rooted in trash, I mean, you're gonna get some energy that you probably wasn't expecting. But don't act like you a victim, because I mean, you gotta hold yourself accountable. So yes, 100% read the room. And if you don't like the group, like Trish said earlier, you don't have to stay. Nobody's making you stay. And you don't have to be a martyr. You do not have to die on every hill. So definitely read the room, read the rules, get to know the spaces you hopping into, because I mean, it seems like there's a blerd group, you know, on every corner, but it's a small world, and people that know people that know people that know cousins, that know cats, that know dogs, that know birds and ferrets and guinea pigs.
Kev,
What is this, 20 degrees of separation, nigga?
All right, Kev. Yes, that was the point I was trying to make. Niggas know everybody, okay? Remember that. Tiff, quick.
So quickly, freedom of speech is not freedom from consequence, people. So you can. I see people. I be in these groups, you know, lurking sometime, and I see people. Oh, say what you want to say. You know, freedom of speech. I say whatever. Ain't nobody gonna come for me. You think they not?
They will.
You think they not? Okay.
You think they will?
You absolutely can say whatever the fuck
thought.
you want to say. But when that drag come, when that roast come, when that cancel culture come for your ass, please do not act surprised, because you said what you wanted to say. Period.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tiff. Kim, quick.
Don't rush me, my nigga. All right.
Drag. You about to get dragged.
You about to get
Try it. I go 1 versus 9. I mean,
Kim,
quick. So one way to not get dragged in the blerd group, right? You see how I read the question and then
Kim,
I know that. Okay. For me, I used to be a habitual shit poster. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I came up. All I used to do is post shit and fucking laugh and drop memes and all the shit. Niggas know, like, you know in your chest when you posting some shit that's gonna get a whole bunch of people mad. Like, it's 2020, it's not 2013, it's not 2014. Like, nigga, you fucking know Yeah, grown ass man. You know what you're posting is about to get hella fucking people mad. And so it's either don't post that shit or catch the smoke that comes from posting that shit and either leave the group, take the licks like a man, or end up on the wall of shame, or go out bad, or make a learning lesson from it. But I'm not believing niggas in today don't know what they posted is about to get mad people either. So
Absolutely, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. Ro, quick.
But where the meme got, their name came from a long stretch of roasting. So if you do some fucked up shit and you start getting cooked in group, just know that might pop up very soon in your future.
Thank you, Ro. That was the quickie. That's the end. That's the end for that. No
facts.
Look. Okay.
The dirty delete right there. Niggas got screenshots.
Hold on, y'all. It's a small world. We all know each other. A lot of us do.
I don't know you.
You can get dragged. Before I go into our social media, I just want to leave y'all with this: is that this shit is not just Facebook, just not the internet. People are real people. People have real experiences. Be careful. And I'm not saying that to like, I'm still gonna drag a nigga like I am, like, because we, it's fun at times, but sometimes it do get too much. Sometimes it does go to a next level. Just be mindful, because people really are people and everyone can learn from something. If they don't want to learn, that ain't my problem. Wendell, can you hit us with the next? And we on to the next. So you already know what to do. Follow us on everything Urban Anime Lounge. Definitely like our page. Follow us. Definitely check out our website, because we done rebuilt that shit and it took a long ass time. And we have really dope, just everything, apparel, merchandise. I know a lot of y'all fuck with us and we really appreciate you. Hopefully new people have learned a little bit about us. But check us out. We here. We definitely here. And I think the goal of everybody is, keep our safe spaces. Everybody is different. All groups are different. And I would say this last thing, know what environment you in, because some environments, you can roast a nigga all day and it don't matter. You could be toxic. It don't matter. And then there's some places, you need to be on your P's and Q's, but respect your environment, whatever it is. And I think that's that. Thank you, panelists. Y'all did a great job.
You HBCU Con.
Oh, HBCU Con, thank you so much for providing this space. Thank you for having us. And y'all keep checking out these virtual spaces, especially by us blurs, because guess what? We that motherfucking truth.
Sure.
And we out.
We out.
All right, peoples.
Wait, how did we leave, Wendell? What?